Chosen one, what I'm about to share will shake you to your core. If you're watching this video right now, it's not by accident. God has brought you here for a reason. You've been perched on the rim of something monumental, a threshold that trembles with promise. And the moment to step through is not someday, it is tonight. God said, buckle up, because tonight it matters more than the last 10 years combined. Not because time is magical, but because destiny has seasons, and this night is a season turner. The prayers you've whispered into the dark, the dreams you've guarded like fragile embers, the prayers that felt unanswered, they are shifting from the realm of possibility into the domain of arrival. You're moving from waiting to receiving, from hoping to having, from endurance to enjoyment. This is not merely a change of perspective, it is a spiritual recalibration. Energy is rearranging itself on your behalf. Barriers that once loomed like unscalable walls are already crumbling in the unseen. Expect speed, expect clarity, expect doors to swing open in ways that will make the past look like preparation rather than waste. Before you go any deeper, do 3 practical things that don't determine your miracle but align your heart to receive it. Be present, declare your faith, and center your attention on what God is doing now. If you're the one chosen for a new season, you won't click away halfway, you'll stay until the revelation finishes its work. There are whispers from heaven and there are roars. Tonight is the kind that roars. You are not here by mistake. From the moment of your first breath, you've been marked, not by circumstance, but by a hand that set you apart. No dismissal, no failure, no season of being overlooked has erased your assignment. Consider those biblical lives that echo your pattern. The stranger in the wilderness who became a leader, the prisoner who became a savior of nations. Your isolation has been instruction. Your darkest rehearsals have been refinement. The silence was not abandonment, but preparation. The setbacks were not denials, but design. Get ready. Rise now, for the ascent will be sudden. When the call to buckle up comes from heaven, it's not a call to clench and brace, it's a call to strap in for God's speed. The push coming on your life will feel like left-off. Opportunities will materialize, hindrances will go mute, and your future will illuminate with divine clarity. This is launching season, not an anxious climb. You've spent years asking, when is my time? The nights of quiet tears, the prayers that seem to return like echoes, but tonight compresses those years into a divine moment. God specializes in compressing timelines. What could have required a decade will, by his timing, be condensed into a single decisive night where purpose collides with promise. This is not a magic trick of optimism, it's the arithmetic of faith. One divine moment can equal 10 years of progress. Do not minimize it. Angels are being assigned. The spiritual atmosphere is thick with shift. You've felt the ache, the anticipation. That's not a phantom, it's confirmation. Just as the Lord turned the suffering of his servants into stages for their coronation, he is redirecting your sorrow into the soil of supernatural increase. Expect restoration that is both intimate and exponential. The weight you carried privately will be exchanged publicly for honor and influence. The enemy attempted to stall you, to convince you that delay equals denial. But the truth is, the delay was a refiner's fire. Now the chains break. This is a night of release. For every limitation that whispered no, you'll now receive a resounding yes. And when the shaking comes, for God will shake, don't be alarmed. Not every shake is ruin. Some earthquakes loosen what is rotten so the new foundation can be laid. The soil under your feet is being prepared for deeper roots. Relationships that were dead weight will fall away. False identities will dissolve. Generational strongholds will lose their power. Embrace the disturbance. It is heaven's way of clearing space for your divine elevation. Expect velocity. What once took years is being accelerated. Think of the widow's oil that multiplied, or the nets that were suddenly overflowing after an all-night toil. God multiplies what remains faithful. This is your multiplication season. Financial tightness, spiritual fatigue, emotional depletion. These things are not your eternal state. God is about to make up for lost time with supernatural restitution. But understand, this move is not manufactured by human striving alone. It is birthed through obedience and positioning. Position your life in humility, readiness, and trust. The miracle is not a product of frantic effort, but of surrendered alignment. Tonight will not merely lift you, It will vindicate you. Those who mocked or minimized your journey will watch you rise and be forced to reckon with what only God could do. This is not about revenge, it is about testimony. Let success be the eloquent answer to every question the world had about your worth. Every unseen sacrifice, every tear wiped away in the dark, every seed sown in poverty or loneliness. Heaven saw them. God remembers. He stores every faithful moment and translates them into favor and fruitfulness. The reward you receive is not merely personal, it becomes generational. The breakthrough you step into will ripple to your children and their children. Your legacy will be written in the language of abundance and peace because your perseverance encoded the path. As the scriptures remind us in brief truth, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. See, I am doing a new thing. All things work together for good to those who love God. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. These short lines are not just comforting phrases, they are the scaffolding of this very season. You will not be elevated by popularity but by purpose. God promotes the prepared, not the polished. The furnace of hardship did not consume you, it tempered you. You are ready to step into rooms you once only watched others enter. Divine favor will move you beyond merit into mandate. There will be no more shrinking to fit into small containers. You were built to stand on peaks and declare truth. Expect sudden provision, unexpected partnerships, doors unlatched without your knocking. Financial walls that seemed immovable will become corridors of blessing. But do not chase applause. Cling to the one who called you. Recognition is sweet, but assignment is sovereign. Remain grounded in gratitude and humility. Let the platform not redefine your heart. The power coming for you is not a secret commodity. It is authority to advance God's kingdom through you. Where despair once reigned, boldness will now take residence. The voice that was silenced will be heard. The person who felt invisible will now be in demand. This is a restoration that rewrites identity. The rejected becomes revered. The overlooked becomes influential. Know this, nobody, no system, no critic can cancel what heaven ordains. When God moves, the move is irreversible. Your name is being whispered in rooms you haven't entered. Align your steps to the calling. Stop explaining yourself to spectators who were never appointed to shepherd your destiny. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Your life will demonstrate that the hand that lifts you is not mortal hands but a sovereign hand. This rise will not be a quiet rise. It will reverberate. People will ask how, and you will point to grace. God consistently uses broken things to accomplish His greatest work. The broken cup that becomes the vessel of blessing, the lonely exile that becomes the leader of nations. Your brokenness is not a disqualifier, it is the birthplace of your testimony. Tonight is the pivot from survival to celebration. Chains of fear, poverty, shame, and depression are being removed so that you can walk in new rhythms of freedom. You will wake not just lighter but reformed. Your name will carry new weight and your footsteps new territory. Prepare your life by pruning what cannot travel with you into the next season. Habits, attachments, mindsets that belong to the old story. God is not simply restoring what the enemy stole. He is launching you into more than restoration. He is giving you multiplication, influence, and spiritual authority to do good and heal nations. This is not merely personal elevation. It is a release of purpose that affects communities, cities, and generations. The evidence will be unmistakable because it will bear the fingerprints of heaven. As you step into this night, carry two things with you: faith that acts and humility that lasts. The miracle will not come because you are flawless. It will come because the one who promised is faithful. Stay connected to Him who saw you in the pit and remembered you. Expect the sudden, the sweeping, the unexplainable that only God can explain. When people ask what happened, you will answer simply, God showed up. Let your life become a blueprint for others to believe that even after long seasons of waiting, one faithful night can rewrite history. Tonight is your season of unshakable yes. Walk into it boldly, claim it confidently, and steward it wisely. Because what is beginning now is not a temporary lift but the launch of a lasting legacy. Chosen one, rise. Your story turns here. Breathe deep, step forward, and watch heaven move.